Hey, friend, welcome back to the podcast. I'm really glad you're here. Today, I want to talk to you. If the word planning makes your shoulders tense just a little, maybe you've thought, I know I should plant my garden, and then immediately followed with, oh my god, that sounds so exhausting. If planning feels like something that requires spreadsheets, perfect layouts, or decisions you're not ready to make yet, this episode is for you. Because garden planning doesn't have to feel heavy and it definitely doesn't have to feel overwhelming. Grab a cup of warm tea or something warm like a hot chocolate and let's dive in. Here's something I see all the time. And tell me if this is something you resonate with. Most people don't start their gardening journey with a plan. They start at a big box store. They're already out running some errands and they walk past the garden section. They see plants with really bright tags, amazing blooms, and that say things like easy, beginner, grows fast. So they grab a few things that look good, feel hopeful, and head home thinking, okay, hey, I'm a gardener now. And listen, there's nothing wrong with that. That is real. That excitement matters. And I've been there so many times. But this is often where overwhelm quietly begins, especially when you come back home. Because once you get those plants home, the questions start: where should this go? How often should I water? Um, should I plant it in the front or in the back? Is it how big does it grow? Will it grow right now? And then suddenly gardening feels like stressful instead of just fun. This is usually the moment people think, I should have planned better. But what they really needed wasn't a perfect plan, just a gentle, simple one. There's a really common belief that shows up here. I need an amazing, perfect plan before I start. The funny thing is, most people don't think this before they buy plants. They think this after things start feeling confusing. So planning gets associated with pressure, regret, things like I should have known better energy. Let's gently release that. You don't need a perfect plan. You need a plan that actually supports you. Here's a reframe I want to offer you. Garden planning isn't about control. Trust me, there is really no taking control away from nature. Nature always gets the final say. Planning is about reducing future decisions. That's it. A good plan doesn't lock you in. It's flexible enough. It doesn't require you to know everything. It simply answers a few questions before you're standing in the garden wondering what to do next. Planning is a kindness you give your future self. Let me make this feel really doable. A gentle, simple garden planning. It can be as simple as noticing where the sun falls in your yard. Where are the shades? Thinking about what your family actually eats, deciding how much time you realistically want to spend in the garden, choosing a few plants that feel exciting and not overwhelming. That's it. You don't need to plan the whole year, you don't need to plan every square inch. You just need enough clarity to walk past the garden section or back into it without second guessing yourself. I've worked with so many families who started exactly this way: a quick stop at a big box store, a cart full of plants, and a lot of hope. And once we slowed things down and created a plan, even a very simple one, something shifted. They felt so calm, more confident, more excited again. Not because they suddenly became an expert planner, but because they weren't making every decision on the fly anymore. Planning stopped feeling like homework, it started feeling grounded. So here's the unlock I want you to take with you. Planning doesn't have to feel overwhelming to be useful. A gentle plan reduces mental overload and helps you make better choices at the store. Makes gardening feel supportive instead of stressful. You're not planning to get it perfect, you're planning to make it easier. Learning how to plan before you shop in a way that fits real life is something you can absolutely be supported through. You don't have to guess, you don't have to buy everything that looks good, you don't have to figure it out alone. Think of it like a meal planning for your garden. Gardening feels a lot lighter when you start from a really calm place instead of a rushed one. Before we wrap up, I want to leave with you a small question. Just notice what comes up. If your garden could feel easier this season, what is one decision you would love to stop making over and over again? Maybe it's like what to plant, or when to water, or when to plant, or what to buy or not to buy. That question alone can tell you exactly where a plan would help you most. You don't need all the answers today, just noticing is a beautiful place to start. Before you go, I have one small ask. And it actually has nothing to do with algorithms or downloads. If this episode made you think of one person, a friend, a neighbor, a fellow parent, or someone who's always said, I want to grow a garden, I want to grow my own vegetables and fruits, I just don't know where to start, would you share this episode with them? This podcast grows almost entirely through word of mouth, and every share helps someone realize that gardening doesn't have to be complicated or overwhelming. It can be gentle, it can fit real life, it can start right where they are. And if you're listening and wondering what kind of gardener you are, or what your next best step actually is, I created a free quiz to help with that. It's called the Growzona Quiz, and it helps you figure out your gardening style, your biggest challenges, and what will actually work for your season of life. Whether you're a total beginner or just need clarity. You can take it at vibrantrainbowgardens.com/quiz. and I will send you personalized guidance right after. Thank you for being here, for listening, and for helping this little garden of a podcast grow. I'll see you in the next episode.